Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about things you require to start sewing. For the last few weeks, I've been talking about how to make things, showing you how to make different kinds of things, dresses, accessories, and stuff. But now we're going to the beginning, to the very beginning. And these are the things that you require to start sewing. I've been asked over and over again, what do I need? Recently, a few people have asked me, what kind of a machine do I need to start? So I decided to make this so you can have an idea of what you require to start sewing. And one of the things that you need, of course, is a sewing machine. And you need to get a sewing machine that's reliable and that's suitable for your level of skill. That's number one. So find a machine that is well built. And there are some features that I will share with you in the next video about the kind of machine, the features that are suitable for a beginner. And so you can know where to start and what to do, and how to select the perfect machine for your level of skill. The other thing you need is needles, of course, for the sewing machine. Especially as a beginner, you will break a lot of needles, a lot. I remember when I was starting out, I would even sew my fingers. Well, it wasn't funny, but now that I think about it, years later, it is a little funny. So you need needles, both for the machine and also the hand sewing needles for doing a few finishing things on your project. Number three, you need a thread. I've noticed there in different stores you can get an assortment of different kinds of threads, like in one package. For example, I've seen some on Amazon that you can buy an assortment of different colors. Some even come with bobbins already threaded. So if you're a beginner and you haven't quite figured out how to do the threading of the bobbins and stuff, you can start with that. So thread. Get thread that will, I mentioned different colors that will suit your different fabric that you're working with. Also, the quality of the thread matters. Okay, now let's go to the fourth thing, scissors. We have different kinds of scissors as well. Get a good pair that will cut different fabrics, of course. And also, when I talk about scissors, I also want to talk about trimmers. These are very good for cutting thread, like after you finish stitching, or for snipping the extra pieces of thread that are hanging from whatever it is that you've stitched. Then you also need pins and needles. Pins, the straight pins. Let me see if I have some here. Over here. I have these pins with, and these are the straight pins. And also safety pins. Later on you'll understand why we need those pins and the safety pins. And then you need measuring tools. These are in form of a measuring tape. The tape measure. There you go. And this come in two different sizes. There's the 1.5 meter, like this one, goes up to 60 inches or 150 centimeters. And then we also have a 2 meter one, goes all the way to 200. So I have both of these, half and 1.5 and 2 meters. So a measuring tape, ruler, that one you can use when you're drafting and stuff. And the other thing you'll need is a seam ripper. This one right here. Seam ripper. It's helpful when you're removing stitches, like when you stitched wrong or crooked or something. This is very handy for removing the stitches. Perfect. And then you also need the iron and an ironing board. Personally, I use what I have. I just use my normal day-to-day iron that I use even for my own clothes. But there are those that are specific for tailors or for sewing, specific for that. Maybe when you're advanced and you are now in the industrial level, you can get one of those heavy-duty ones. And then we also have ironing board. I really don't use it. I have an ironing board, but I don't really use it much. And then, of course, you will need patterns. This, of course, depends on where you come from in the world. Like, from where I come from, we do not use patterns. You just draft on the fabric, cut, stitch, and that's it. You do not have patterns. But if you're at a place where you can access patterns, well and good, do that. And then there's these other things like the little things like the buttons and zippers and elastic and bias and interfacing. You will need all those, especially for finishing and yeah, for finishing your projects. You will definitely need all those little things. And then there's the organizer or sewing box. I have been sewing for many years, and I can tell you it's a messy, messy business. So you need to have all your things organized. And I can assure you, if you lose something when you're working, you can lose it for a very long time. So it's good to have an organizer where you can arrange all those things so you don't lose them. Um, there's also reference. Sewing reference. These are books or online resources. You can buy them from your local stores or online or tutorials like this one. Uh, yeah, the internet these days is very resourceful, so you'll need all those things. Ooh, I almost forgot. You also need fabric to sew. You can't have a sewing machine and all those other things without fabric. So get a wide selection of fabrics from neat to woven to heavy to thick. Experiment with different fabrics. So remember to get all those fabrics. So fabric, don't forget fabric, fabric. Almost forgot. In case you need to ask a question or you want me to clarify something about all this, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much again for watching. Please subscribe and like and share. And I look forward to having so many more tutorials with you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.